I set a goal to post a video a week for a year, and that's exactly what I've done. To find out what happened and what I learned from it, so maybe you'll know what to expect for your own channel, you'll want to watch until the end. Whether you're starting a new channel or trying to grow an existing one, you probably have some ideas about the subscriber count you want to reach, the number of views you want to get, or what you're hoping to achieve regarding any of the other common YouTube metrics. For example, maybe you want to reach the 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time necessary to monetize your YouTube channel. However, it's important to remember that these things aren't really goals. They're hopes, they're estimates, they're fantasies, but they're not goals. A goal should be something you can do. You can't get subscribers. You can't get views. Those are decisions other people have to make. Maybe they subscribe, maybe they don't. It's not in your control. Why set goals about things that aren't under your control? That's a sure way to drive yourself crazy. So what is under your control? Well, lots of things. Carving out time in your day to work on your channel, posting videos on a regular basis, getting better at your craft, improving your production quality, learning more about how to promote your content, spending more time responding to comments. Your goals should be things that you can control and you can decide whether they happen or not. Don't tie your goals to what other people might or might not do. So with those principles in mind, when I launched this channel a year ago, my goal was really simple. Post a video a week and make it as good as I could with the limited resources I had available. That was it. That was all I could do. And if I did all I could do, there was no point in worrying about how many subscribers I did or didn't get because there was nothing more I could have done anyway. You just take your best shot and hope it lands. It always felt rushed. It always felt like there wasn't time to do as well as I wanted to do, but I always pulled something together, published it, and moved on to the next one. So if you're wondering where exactly a YouTube channel ends up after a year of doing that, that's good, because that's what I'm going to tell you. Now, I did have some rough estimates or projections based on my past experience with other YouTube channels. These weren't goals, these were just my guesses about where things would land by the end of the year. Looking back at my original notes, I projected having by the end of the year 50 videos, 1,250 subscribers, 3,600 hours of watch time, and 100,000 views. And here's where I actually ended up. 51 videos, 1,187 subscribers, 3,795 hours of watch time, and 85,090 views. So I pretty much nailed my estimates, which is cool. I came in a little short on the view count, but I made up for it on the watch time. You'll also note that these projections were pretty conservative. There's always a tendency to assume that things will take off on YouTube because you see it happen to other people. But that's really only because YouTube's showing you the channels that take off in the first place. For the vast majority of channels, growth is actually a long and difficult process. Most don't make it. They give up because they don't go viral in the first few months and it feels like something's wrong. They visualize getting tens of thousands of subscribers in the first few months, so when that doesn't happen, they're discouraged and they don't want to keep going. Now, I come from an entrepreneurial and a marketing background, so all my innocent delusions were beaten out of me a long time ago. I know how hard this stuff is and how much blind determination it takes to make it to the other side. So I just put my blinders on and kept cranking out videos for the little audience I did have. And I do appreciate you, by the way, whoever you are. Channel growth is a natural byproduct of just doing the right things over and over and over again, and it takes longer than anyone ever assumes it will, so just keep at it. Overnight success is almost always years in the making. Working on this channel for the past year has taught me a lot. Here are some of the biggest lessons I've learned. First, I've learned that good enough is good enough. If I kept reshooting and editing and tweaking until I thought a video was perfect, I'd never publish anything. So I focused on simply making as good a video as I could before my deadline and then just publishing it and moving on to the next one. This helped me think faster, work faster, and get more realistic about what I could really accomplish. It also helped me quiet my internal critic. No matter what he had to say about the video I'd just done, I was going to publish it and move on. It helped me get out of the spiral of self-doubt and focus on just producing more work, which is really how you get better anyway. I got better at this by publishing the 51 videos that I did than I would have by obsessing twice as much over them and only publishing half as many. Just wrap it up, ship it out, and kick it to the mothership. Ironically, I've also learned that your most successful videos are almost never the ones you think are your best work. For example, let's check out my top videos for this past year. My third most popular video of the year was this one about using a color chart for color correcting your video footage. It was actually one of my very first videos, and it feels a little awkward, especially since I was still getting used to shooting on Sony after having been a Canon shooter for so long. But I guess a lot of people searched for that specific color chart and the thumbnail got a good click-through rate, so it took off and kept going all year. It's currently got 7,500 views, which for me is pretty good. My second most popular video was me trying to scrape something together out of sheer desperation. I had gone out that morning to try to shoot, but had to scrap the video for various reasons. I couldn't shoot at home because there was too much noise in my house, so I literally went and stood in a parking lot near my house and just talked at the camera about whether it made more sense to buy the Sony a7 III or the Sony a7S III. The lighting was bad, the audio wasn't great, I felt frustrated while I was making it, but as you might guess, I happened to hit the wave of people searching for information on those cameras, and I wound up getting nearly 20,000 views on that video. And finally, I had literally no content ready to shoot one week, so I improvised a video using Randonautica to generate random locations to shoot in, with the premise of trying to find the Illuminati. It was ridiculous, and the handheld footage was completely rushed and visually lame, and I was not excited about this video in any way at all, but I posted it anyway because I needed to get my video done for that week. It happened that the Randonautica app was trending hard and I started showing up in search results. I wound up getting 34,000 views on that video, making it my most successful video of the year. Basically, search is how people find small YouTube channels. 2/3 of my traffic this year came from YouTube search, and almost all of my successful videos are successful not because I put a ton of work into them, but because I covered a topic that people were searching for. I obviously don't optimize all of my videos for search, but I've definitely learned to put at least some search-oriented videos in the mix because that's how new viewers get introduced to my channel. After that, if they like what they see, they might stick around and watch other videos later when YouTube recommends them. So there are a few lessons there. It reinforces that on YouTube, you don't have to be super obsessed about cranking your production quality to the moon, because your videos with the lowest production values will probably wind up your most popular ones half the time anyway. It shows the importance of search terms for channel growth, and it's just a good reminder that your channel is going to break your heart, not once, but many times over. You'll slave over something you swear is the best work you've ever created, and it'll hardly get any views. And you'll whip out something at the last minute just to check it off your list and have it become your most popular videos. That's just how it goes. You gotta roll with it and move on. Another lesson I've learned is that YouTube commenters can be super mean. I have a pretty thick skin and I've learned over the years not to feed the trolls, but some of the things people say cut so deep that even months later, I'm still haunted by some of the comments I've read, telling me how terrible I am and how terrible my videos are. Like even now, I still feel it. But there's not a lot you can do except hide those commenters from your channel so they don't show up again in the future. I don't mind if someone disagrees with me or has criticism for me, valid or otherwise. If I do something wrong, I want to know about it. But if someone's just going to be toxic and nasty about it, I have no problem booting them. It's better to just get rid of them so they don't poison the comment section for everyone else. Looking at my work and family situation, you would have said that I was crazy to try to start a YouTube channel. Flat out crazy. There was no way it could work. But here I am, 1 year later, having posted a video a week. I'm proud of what I was able to do, and I'm a little surprised that I managed to keep at it, especially in a year like 2020. I've really enjoyed working on this channel. It's given me a way to focus on the craft of video production and editing, and I actually really enjoy the challenge. Easy things are boring. This isn't. I could do this for years and still barely be scratching the surface of what there is to learn. I love it. I'm James Archer, and I make videos about making videos. If you're into that too, maybe we should, spend some more time together.